What's going on, everyone? Talon back here, and today we are back for another Dokkan video, and I am joined by a very special guest who we have supposed to have been doing a lot of races and everything, but things just keep falling apart. But he's finally here, the whale himself. Go and say hello, man.
Ohio, what is up, my boy? How you doing?
Ohio.
Staying indoors, right?
Yeah, really. Yeah, really. Although it's afternoon, so more like konnichiwa. But regardless, yes, I am joined by Truth, and we are going to be asking the big question that everyone keeps asking. Beerus or Cooler? Fight! What's going on? Yeah, so we're going to be talking about, you know, in the end, I think I need to state this for, I think, the people who take this too far sometimes. If you like one unit particularly over the other, that's completely fine. We are not trying to tell you that you are wrong by saying, oh, you like Cooler? No, Beerus is the better unit. Or you like Beerus? No, Cooler's the better unit. What are you, an idiot? We're not trying to tell anyone like that, okay? We are simply going to, sit down. We're going to have a, civil conversation about the ups and the downs of both of the cards, why we personally think one is going to be over the other, and then we simply want you guys in the comments to tell us down below which unit do you personally like and why. Give us a why. Don't just, say, oh, I like Cooler better. I like Beerus better. Give us a why. Do you prefer to run Beerus because he's gonna, you prefer a Realm of Gods team and that's all you like to run, and you like to run, the Legendary Goku event all the time? Do you prefer Cooler because you like to run the transformation boost category with villains and heroes? Whatever the case may be. Let us know your personal thoughts down below. All right. So since you are the guest of honor, Truth, why don't you go ahead and tell us a little bit about Beerus for those who maybe don't know much about him, or if someone's watching this video down the line, and just kind of what they do, and kind of give us your general thoughts on them.
Yes, so I do agree too that they are so I think Beerus and Cooler, and then you probably can put STR Blue Kaioken Goku in there as well. They're kind of on I think the highest tier of sort of Dokkan Fest exclusive TURs, right? I think they're kind of like at the top level of it. Blue Kaioken Goku I haven't used as much, obviously, since he's only on global right now, but while I do think there is a better unit between Beerus and Cooler, they're very comparable in a lot of aspects. So a lot of people, might like Cooler better. That is okay. Or people might prefer Beerus, right? Because Beerus, we talked a bit off cam getting ready, but Beerus, the way he's set up, you are going to want to use a couple of specific units to draw out his full power, right? Either the new STR Whis or Beerus and Whis. Now, an issue with that, obviously, is it is a tall task to ask for most players, hey, go pull the two brand new units from the banner, right? That's not super easy for people. And then it's okay, you pulled Beerus, but you didn't get Whis. That's fine. Well, instead, use this summonable LR as his partner, right?
Yeah.
Again, not LR Beerus has been out for about to be 2 years now, but it's still a summonable LR, right?
Yeah.
Whereas with Cooler, he doesn't really need a partner or a running mate or anything like that. And even if he did, you could use pretty much any Frieza, Cooler, Wicked Bloodline category unit at all. And a lot of them have aged very well, like Physical Cooler, Angel Golden Frieza, Transforming Frieza, Tech Golden Frieza, and they've been on a billion banners. So whereas with Beerus, it's you're probably not gonna have Whis. You probably don't have Beerus and Whis. You're probably going to have Tech Golden Frieza or Transforming Frieza or Int Metal Cooler, one of these units, right, to pair up with Cooler. So that is definitely an advantage for him.
Yep. Yeah, no, I definitely agree with that. Because I didn't get the chance to pull on the Cooler banner just because of moving and everything. But I did obviously get to try him as a friend, because that's I think the one good thing about the friend system. Still needs some fixes. But you can, if one of your friends gets them, hey, guess what? You can at least take them into an event and you can try them out, unfortunately, once a day. And you can really try to see how they work. And I was lucky enough to have LR Beerus and Whis with no dupes. And I took them into the Realm of Gods category, or Realm of Gods category Super Battle Royale, I should say. And I was like, okay, let's take a look at what he's got with a very good linking partner. He's not getting that extra, 50% from the STR Whis that he gives?
Yep.
When being
he gets 50%, and then you heal 10% HP at the end of the turn.
Right,
so basically, you're healing 20% HP per turn, because they both have Connoisseur, which is a 5% healing link, so they both activate at 10%, and then Whis heals 10% at the end of the turn. So it's insane, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So anyway, so I wanted to take him into the event, and then I wanted to see, okay, he's facing off against maybe one or two Realm of Gods enemies. I think there's one of on the first stage you're fighting like Hercule Videl, Devil Man, and I think one of the end units is quote unquote considered a Realm of Gods category.
No, there's in that stage. There's actually no Realm of Gods enemies.
Is there?
Yeah,
Okay, yeah,
it's all Earthlings.
right. Okay, okay. But anyway, bottom line, it's all Earthlings. So you're not getting that super effectiveness against everything, right? It's like let's look at what his quote unquote worst thing would be here. And the dude was performing very well. He was hitting hard. Yeah, you sometimes got unlucky if they didn't attack in the first slot. What can you do? RNG. But overall, Physical Beerus was hitting very, very well, and I was very impressed with him. I was absolutely impressed. I think the only time I wasn't, kind of like kind of thing was when it was one enemy and the orbs just didn't, work out. Even linked up with the Str Beerus, and I didn't have a support unit. I was just like, oh, okay, now I'm kind of struggling with orbs. But again, that was, a minuscule, problem that I had. So
yeah. So yeah, both Beerus and Whis, or both Beerus and Cooler, are obviously tremendously powerful. And like, I do think that Realm of Gods stage to me still feels like the hardest of all the Super Battle Road stages, just because every single stage you're going up against a million enemies, right? So you just have the opportunity to get supered by everyone.
5 super attacks in one turn.
Yeah, it makes it very problematic. And then that final fight against the Z fighters, you have like the rare Krillin and the rare Chaozu who are just like dominating. It's so frustrating.
Yeah.
And, Beerus does really well in there. And his active skill too. Like, see, one advantage Beerus has over Cooler. I mean, Cooler, the way he's designed is great, right? Because his active skill is a transformation, but it takes him from being a support type unit that can lower attack, kind of like a well-rounded all-around unit, into like just like a dominant, like hard hitter, good defensive unit that could do guaranteed crits against Saiyans, right? And you can, because it's an active skill, you can choose which one you want to go with, which is very, very advantageous, especially with the team he's running. But Beerus actually has a monster of an active skill as well, where he gets 50% attack and defense. He gets super effective against all types. His attacks cannot be dodged. And it's, from the fourth turn when HP is 70% or less. In Super Battle Road, you could hit that easily.
That's easy to get. That is super easy to get. Yes.
Yeah, and then the numbers, because his active skills also calc separately, if he has like his full passive active with the active skill, Beerus is getting 380% attack and 410% defense. So obviously at that point, even Super Battle Road enemies can't really mess with him, right? And then especially if you got Whis with him, Whis, who's untouchable, and then is also giving 50% attack, and then they're healing 20% HP. Like, that's why, like, I do think I would say I have Beerus a little bit ahead of Cooler, just because it's nuts. Like his heights, what he can get to is just so crazy.
Right. And I know there are some people that are looking at Beerus and Cooler at the same thing, saying like, well, they get, like they see the initial numbers of, okay, Beerus when he gets hit is like 170 attack, or sorry, 220 attack and 170 defense without the calculations and how it's actually calculated. Cooler's 180, and they both raise attack. Why is one so vastly different? It's because Beerus has that crazy active skill after four turns. Yeah, 4 turns. And then just, again, how it's calculated, right? It's separate.
Yeah, because remember, Beerus is getting his attack on super attack, whereas Cooler is getting it at the start of the turn, right?
He gets it at the start of the turn, yes.
Yeah, Beerus is going to get a much more impactful buff from support type units. And again, he's designed to be run alongside Whis, who gives him 50%, and then combined with that, attack on super attack buff, and he's just crazy at that point, right?
Yeah. I mean, I would love to see though what you have to tell me how this works, because I don't have him. But if you ever get a chance, get Beerus, Whis, and then get the STR Dokkan Awakened Kaba, the Super Saiyan 1 or 2 or whatever. Get him. Or no, sorry, not Kaba. What am I thinking? Gohan, because he's physical. That when he gets his Dokkan Awaken eventually, to support Gohan. Holy crap, Beerus is gonna just ridiculous right there.
I guess you could do that. So you could run AGL Zamasu as your leader for the Realm of Gods team.
Yeah.
You could have Beerus, you could have Whis, and you could put Physical Kid Buu on there, and you'll get the same effect.
Ooh, yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, as long as you're above the thing. Right.
Yeah. So one thing we could talk about too is the leader skill comparison, right? So like
Yes.
I would look at it and say Cooler is probably a bit better. Just because see it's I don't know, it's tough. Because Terrifying Conquerors, which is now the global translation, so everyone's just gonna go with that, right? Even
Sure.
I think I like Conquest of Terror better.
I think I like Conquest of Terror is honestly better. So
Yeah. I guess if you compare the Terrifying Conquerors to Explosion of Anger, I probably like Explosion of Anger better because you've got Tech Broly, LR Rose, LR AGL Gohan on there, whereas Terrifying Conquerors, it's like you got Baby, Full Power Frieza, but not really like on the level of Gohan or Rose or Tech Broly, right?
I look at that category as it's almost like Full Power when Full Power first came out. Like I think it just needs time to grow and get better. And I think
yes, because
be a much better category in my personal opinion.
Characters like Lord Slug, Great Ape Vegeta, King Piccolo, like they're going to get Dokkan Fest exclusives. Baby, all those characters are going to get Dokkan Fest exclusives eventually, and they'll all be on Terrifying Conquerors and make it a lot better. So yeah, like for sure.
Hopefully we finally get our artificial life form category. Just saying.
yes, and I could see Turles like plus all of his little minions get an LR as well at some point, right? So like
we're getting that Bardock team here soon, so
yeah. There's still a lot of stuff I think to come for Terrifying Conquerors, but right now I would put Explosion of Anger above it, and then I don't know at that point like Realm of Gods or Transformation Boost. I feel like you'd think like
that's always tough.
Yeah, you'd say like Transformation Boost, but I don't know. I mean that against Realm of Gods, like they're right there, right?
They do this type of thing. I know you can't see my camera, but basically I'm doing this up and down motion with both hands, saying we're like one overtakes the other, one then overtakes the other one. It just keeps going like that back and forth. In my personal opinion, they're both crazy categories. There's no denying that they're top categories essentially. They really are.
So it's one of those things where like I feel like if you just you think like okay, Cooler has a better leader skill, but then when you actually look at it, it's like oh well, I probably think Beerus does. Like if we're comparing the two categories directly against each other, because they give the same buff, which is the 3 key and then the 170% to attack and defense. Yeah, which I mean, obviously, the HP and attack is much better than attack and defense, but. We'll take what we can get.
The one thing I will put, so the reason I'll take my stance right now is, in my personal opinion, I do think Cooler is a little bit better overall as a unit. I will not deny though that Beerus is clearly stronger in terms of just pure attack numbers. But again, it depends on what you personally like. If you guys ever saw the official list that a lot of Japanese players consider to be top tier cards, I think you did a video on it. They claim defense is the best thing, and they have like LR Cell at the top and everything. So everyone's opinions are always gonna be different. But regardless, the reason I put Cooler ahead of Beerus is because he gets high attack stat, obviously high defense. If you get big bad bosses going against a pure sand or half sand category, which is like 60%, 7% of the events?
No, I think I saw numbers at 75%.
75%. Okay, yeah. So 75% of the time, you're auto-critting against these guys. He gets an additional attack, and with a medium chance to be a super attack, which is really powerful.
And I think it's a really 30% chance, too. Let me double check. I think it's 30.
Medium chance.
No, it's 25.
Was it 25?
That's 25.
Okay, either way. So
but still, like that, because that's a huge number.
Yeah, that's a huge number. So, and then if, obviously, like it said, I've been saying this since Cooler came out, Cooler will get overtaken power-wise. Heck, Beerus just did it, right? But he's going to be a support unit for the, I almost said Realm of Gods, the Transformation Boost category. Yes, he's also the support unit for Conquerors, or Terror Conquerors, or, goddammit, now I'm even saying the English version. But regardless, for Transformation Boost, right? Transformation Boost is a team that is just going to continue to grow over and over. I mean, they just got the year 5 LRs on there. If anyone has taken both Gogeta and Vegito on the same rotation with Cooler as your support, he just makes them go to town. They make every event nothing, essentially, with that rotation. And so that's why I personally will put Cooler above the Beerus, because down the road, let's be honest, we'll probably get another Realm of Gods leader skill if I had to take a wild guess.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
And if
Beerus it does. I like what they do, right? With giving so many units like dual leader skills like this, does actually make it very easy for like free to play players to test these units out, right? Because
Yeah,
again,
no, it
like,
is.
there's multiple transformation boost leaders. So again, maybe you've got Boo, you could use Cooler as a friend, or
Yep.
there's 50 Realm of Gods leaders now, so it's super easy to test Beerus out. That's good.
Exactly. And what you can also do with some of these teams is for, these events like Super Battle Road where you have to take certain units or a certain team into an event, you can cheat the system and be like, oh, I have to run a movie bosses team. Well, actually, I can just do a transformation boost team because these are all on movie bosses, or I can run a full power team by using this particular team. So that's these double leader skills allow you to really do that. So, but again, getting back to kind of my point there was that that passive skill in terms of being support units, and then which is obviously needed on any event, and then on stuff like Super Battle Road, he lowers the attack of the enemy, and
that's so much better than Beerus just stacking attack, by the way.
It is
for Super Battle Road. Absolutely.
Yeah, for Super Battle Road, yes, exactly. So, and doesn't Beerus also greatly lower defense or something?
Yeah, but you might as well not do anything at that point. That's only good against like maybe like Android 13, who has super high defense, which no one talks about. I'm the only one that talks about how strong that Android 13 Dokkan Fest boss is. He legitimately is like the strongest Dokkan Fest boss. It's crazy. Android 13, and then like UI Goku. Those are like the only, like, I don't know, Dragon Ball Super Broly that have high defense. Like, it's lowering defense does almost nothing on most events in the game. And really, lowering defense is only super good if you have one of these Vegito units who everyone likes to suck off as so amazing, but their counters do 500 damage until either defense is lowered.
Get the defense lowered, or you have to get a critical on them, essentially. That's the only way that their counters are going to do any amount of damage. I mean, you take int LR Vegito into Legendary Goku event or any of these other things like that have those high defense. Guess what? He's doing 1,000 damage on a counter, maybe. And it's one of those things where
the equipment system is like the units I think it buffs the most are the counter units. Vegito Blue, AGL Super Vegito. But guess what? Good luck getting your 3 crit equipment for them, and then your 3 crit gold equipment for them. Going to take a little while.
I was lucky to get 1 crit and 2 additional golds during the 5-year anniversary. I was super lucky. I got
I don't want to hear anything out of you. I've heard no one else got that many good golds.
3K stones in the Vegito's banner. Didn't get 1 copy until finally I got the next multi. No, I don't even want to hear it.
Hey, it took me 4K to get Rose. I'm right there with you.
Wait, to get your first copy?
Yes. Yeah, it took me 4K.
Shit, dude. Jeez. But you got Broly, though, or at least, right? Before that?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Okay.
Well, okay, but then, so it took me 4K to get 1 rose, but then I got 4 within the next, like, 2,000 stones, so.
Okay, well, there you go, then. Okay. Anyway, regardless. And it just sucks now, though, that the equipment system is only going to be once a week now. I really hope they increase those chances, because if they don't, oh, God, that's... Once a week with those crap rates, oh man, it was.
I just think it's highly likely that it'll be Baba Shop World Tour. Like, I really could see some of them handed out as World Tournament rewards, like top 1,000 and you get like 1 gold crit or something like that. Like I think that's very likely.
We'll see next week, because the World Tournament starts on Friday next week.
So. I mean, a little sooner actually. I think we'll probably get the data download 2 days from the time we're recording this. Probably. And the all the rewards and stuff will be in that data download, so we'll know then.
Yeah, because we're getting the maintenance. Actually, real quickly, I do want to say a quick side thing for anyone watching this before the maintenance comes on Monday. If you're on an iOS device and you're using iOS 9 or lower, they're not going to support that anymore for Dokkan. So you need to update to the next iOS. Just want to point that out in case anyone gets all freaked out and everything. But yes, there is maintenance on Monday, Japan time. And so then we're expected to see a data download / maybe they posted on Twitter or something about, at least the EZA for Vegeta Blue. And so, yeah. But yeah, so, I think you guys can kind of see where we're coming from, though. I think Truth here obviously puts Beerus a little bit above Cooler. I put Cooler a little bit above Beerus. In the end, though, they're top tier units, guys. Like, having one of them, you're going to be fine. You're going to be able to take on every event in the game. Beat it, no problem. You're good to go, basically. Obviously, just don't.
One thing I would like to add, though, is that so you could say in their best situation at their best, I probably like Beerus a bit better, right? Mm-hmm. But like if they're in their worst situation, I would say Cooler is probably far better than Beerus.
I'd say that, yeah.
Like it's completely like, you know, just like you get a bad situation. Cooler, I think, is going to be a lot more impactful a lot of the times than Beerus. So like that could be helpful. Again, it's
that can be
supportability.
Yeah, exactly. So, and again, it all depends on what you look for, right? If you're somebody who runs a complete realm of gods and you don't care about transformation boost / villain cards, then guess what? Beerus is obviously going to be your favorite. That's, you know, just the way it's going to be. It could be vice versa if you're the other way. So, but yeah, I guess my final thing to everybody would just be, you know, again, let us know your thoughts down below in the comments. What do you think is your favorite units, and what do you think will survive going forward into the future and everything? What do you think we'll consider to be just a great overall units, strongest, that whole yards? So, anything else you want to add to it, man?
No, I like that they release these two units as OP as they are, because they're not Saiyans.
And the fact that they're on they're both on the same banner right now.
Yeah, this is what they need to do. Like, they could go a little bit weird for like AGL LR Gohan, or, you know, one of these Saiyans, right? Like, make them a little bit funky. People are still gonna love them, still gonna summon all that. But like Beerus, Cooler, LR Incel, these are the units that you have to just make stupid for people to summon, and it worked because Beerus was the first non-Saiyan to get top grossing on JP. So I do think Dokkan did a good thing.
Poor Cell.
Yeah. Well, I mean, in Cell, like, it kind of counts, but Gohan was with him, Saiyan, right? It's like you do that with like JL Samasu got top grossing, yeah, but he was with Trunks, right? Like,
yeah. Frieza got top grossing. Oh no, it had transforming Goku.
Yep.
Rose got top grossing. Oh wait, no.
Well, he
was with him.
Yeah, he's.
But again, Rose is. Yeah, exactly. So, all right, guys. So that's going to be it for the video, though. Again, let us know your thoughts down below in the comments. What unit do you prefer? Or just who do you consider to be the best unit, or your favorite unit that you love to run? You know, especially for global players, maybe you're liking Super Saiyan Blue, Kaioken Goku, because you guys have him. We should be expecting him on JPM around April, I'm assuming, based on hit from last year. You know, again, just let us know your thoughts down below in terms of TURs and everything. So anyway, guys, that is going to be it for the video, though. We will see you all in the next one. Make sure you hit sub, like, comment, all that fun stuff. Until next time, everyone, Johnny.